Watch out, that Alaska wildlife is everywhere. Welcome to Alaska Road Trippers. Today, we're going to go down the Parks Highway. This is an overlook by Fairbanks on the Parks Highway. This is the Talkeetna River Bridge, otherwise referred to as the Rex Bridge. We're going to go down through Denali Park, down to Talkeetna, and then come back up to McKinley View Princess Lodge. Princess McKinley Lodge, I think it's referred to as. Our relatives are on a fixed tour, and so they stop at all the different hotels, and they're only in our town one day. And so this was on the weekends. We thought we'd meet up with them down there, stretch the Jag's legs a little bit. And this here is a trooper making our highway safe. Thank you, Alaska State Troopers. That was up by Healy. So we figured we'd take the Jag on a little shakedown road trip, go down to Talkeetna, meet the relatives overnight, and then come back. We're trying out our GPS tracking mapping software to see how well that works. And we actually had some rain on this trip. But this here is Broad Pass. It's up by Cantwell. In the high country, you get above tree line. But all that brush, it's amazing how it lays down in the winter. I've done a lot of snow machining in that area and over towards the Golden Zone. Kind of down, just down from the igloo. And there'll be a picture of the igloo in here where it was built to be, it was going to be like a hotel, but it didn't meet some of our building codes, so it never got completed, never got utilized. So now I think they're going to put a brewery in it. This shows a little bit of the frost heaving and some of the pavement conditions that we run into. This is down by Healy again. It also shows the power intertie that runs between Anchorage and Fairbanks and goes through Healy, where we have 2 power plants. Healy is also a coal mine, so it made sense in Alaska to build an intertie and burn the coal right near the mine. This here is going through Nenana Canyon from Denali Park down into Healy. I really like some of this time-lapse photography. It's pretty nice. My camera person did a really great job holding the camera still there. So this is come through the canyon, and then you start. That was the Nenana River we went across. That drops down into Healy. There's one of the many tour buses behind us in the mirror. Pretty creative. This here is in Denali Park. As the park goes through the edge of it there. We're down in Denali, checking out the interior of Alaska. There's the highway road behind me. We happen to have 2 bridges here, so it's neat to see. Here's some more time-lapse photography down by Denali Park. There's the igloo that I referred to earlier. It's now turning into a brewery. This was pretty unique. When you run out of gas in the Jag, the passengers get real startled, but there's a switch on the dash that switches you to the other saddle tank. And then the gauge runs off whichever saddle tank it's on at the time. So magically, you now have another full tank. So sometimes the passengers that don't know get a little stressed out, but 2 saddle tanks on the Jaguar. This here is at McKinley Princess Lodge, and photographers, videographers getting creative with the flowers and trying to stay out of the rain, so that worked out pretty well. We got checked in, and then they have outbuildings, and you can see the little bear statue in the background there. The wildlife, it's everywhere. Oh, thank goodness it didn't attack the Jag. So we were able to meet up with relatives. We went on a little raft ride with them, and then we road trip back the next day. This is the main lodge and restaurant area, and then there's a bunch of outbuildings for the housing. This here, we're heading north on the Parks Highway. A lot of rain on the way back, so we didn't put in too much footage because it'd be a lot of windshield wipers or raindrops. We also have to watch too when we do some of this footage is we get a lot of bugs. So sometimes the bugs show up in our camera view. Look, it's actually traffic. It is the weekend, and we were seeing a lot, and it's summer, so there's a lot of people out. I've driven down the Parks Highway before in the middle of winter, in the dark of December, and I've played down first or second tracks, only one set of tracks in the snow. And I went down and back that same day, so that was about a 640-mile day. But we're gonna make it. This here is a small aircraft. It's very popular in Alaska. Ways of getting around on skis or floats. And this was a nice display. Wildlife is everywhere, even in the parking lot. See you on down the road.